Hi, I'm Colin, and welcome to today's topic, which is all about sales balance. As humans, we're all different, we're all distinctive. We have our own personalities, our own characters, we have our own strengths, our own weaknesses. This defines who we are, it makes us who we are. And this is certainly notable when it comes to the sales approach. Some sales professionals, they like to sell with emotion. So they'll use a lot of empathy, a kind of I'm your best friend. While others, they'll sell with more logic and more hard closing. And there's merit in both of these. So let's go into this and take a little bit of a further look into it. If we look at the emotional side of selling, the emotional side of selling, there are two distinctive fields or two distinctive traits on the emotional side. We have product knowledge and we also have relationship building. And on the logic side, we have sales skills and logic itself. Now, your own born personality, your own born traits will make you lean to one or the other when it comes to sales presentations. So let's break these down and take a look at them a little bit more carefully. If we look at the emotional side and we start with relationships or people that sell with emotion, okay, relationship building for them is extremely important. They take time to nurture a relationship with their clients because they're trying to earn their confidence and their trust. And in sales, if the clients don't buy you, then there's a really good chance that they're not going to buy your product or your service or what you're presenting. So it's so important to earn their confidence and their trust. Now, on the emotional side, in the relationship side, there's not really any sales skills and there's certainly no logic. It's about bonding with the client. It's about allowing them to buy you so you earn their trust and their confidence. Then we also have the product knowledge. And once again, this is on the emotional side because there's no sales skills and there's no logic. Now, product knowledge is key. Every time I've coached a team, every time I've been involved in a training, I've asked the people or who's been attending, if I ask you 10 questions about your product or your service, would you be able to answer all 10? You should be able to, because your clients consider you the CEO. You should know where the company started, who started it, which direction it's heading. You should know all about the competition. You should know about which direction they're going in. There is nothing worse than seeing a sales professional bombarded with questions from clients where they have to keep running off to find the answers. You should be able to answer questions confidently because this is going to earn you credibility in your client's eyes. Then, on the logic side, we've got the emotional side, but on the logic side, once again, there's the two fields. The first one is sales skills. Now, sales skills are not voodoo magic. They are not something to be feared. Sales skills are simply a series of transparent questions to help your clients reach a purchase decision. These clarifying questions also help you as a sales professional know where your clients are at. Because as you're presenting your product or service, if you know where your clients are at, you can adjust your sales presentation accordingly to make sure that you're heading in the right direction. The other trait is logic. Now, logic itself is really a bunch of features, advantages, and benefits of your product or your service in a factual order. So to your clients, if you do this correctly, it simply makes sense to buy your product or your service. So those are the four traits. You've got two on the side of emotion, which is relationships and product knowledge, and two on the side of logic, which is logic itself and sales skills. Now, let's take a look at our own personalities and people that lean towards one side or the other. And you'll know yourself watching this which way you would personally lean. So let's take a look at people that like to present with a more emotional side. First and foremost, they will gain trust and confidence from most of the people they see because their clients like them. Also, they'll have earned a lot of credibility because their product knowledge is amazing. However, the challenge comes if they've not been using any of the two traits from the logical side, which is the sales skills and logic itself, then they find it very difficult to kind of the transition between chit chat to talking business. They find that very difficult. And secondly, when it comes to a purchase decision, when it comes to asking their clients to buy, they also find this really difficult because they've not given enough reason for their clients to say yes today. They've made such a good friend that their clients really have no logistical reason or urgency to say yes when they ask their clients to buy. Now, the other people that lean towards the other side, the logical side, well, they've been using a lot of closing techniques and they've been throwing in a lot of logic. The challenge is here is that the clients haven't actually bought them as a person. They've not been allowed to gain credibility. They've not been allowed to actually focus on the relationship, say, hey, I'm a nice person, you can trust me, you can have confidence in me. No, they've actually missed that out, or they've not put enough in there. It has just been, this is what my product does, this is why it makes sense, do you want to buy it? And that really comes across as being very pushy. And the people that sell just with this logical, this hard side, what they suffer from a lot is buyer's remorse. And in sales, there is nothing worse than you've worked so hard to actually make the sale that a couple of days later you receive the cancellation order. Okay, so those are the two types of sales techniques. There's the emotional side and there's the logic side. Now, what we need to do is we need to bring a balance. So if you are a person that likes to present with emotion, you like your product knowledge, you like to build relationships, then what you need to start doing is bring in some of the side which you're not using. You need to bring in the sales skills and you need to bring in the logic. I'm not telling you to go away from the side that you're comfortable with, because you should use that all the time, because that's where your natural trait is. And don't try and become a person who sells logic. Focus on the emotional side, but bring in the traits, bring in the sales skills, bring in the logic. And if you don't like sales skills or you feel uncomfortable using sales skills, then think about this. Sales skills is actually clarification. All you're doing is simply asking your clients for clarification. That's not hard, is it? And also, if you're looking at logic, show them the benefits of your product or your service. You should be proud of it. Yeah. Another way to do this, if you want to bring logic in, is get the clients to tell you the logic. So, for example, John and Mary, from everything I've shared with you so far, how do you feel this could actually help be the solution? Let them tell you the logic. It's a great way. On the other side, if you sell this side, if you are very hard closing and logistical, then you need to actually allow the clients to buy you. Soften up a little bit, relax a little bit, get to know them, make friends with them. You don't need to go into huge detail like their family tree and everything like this, but just allow them to buy you. And so when you start to bring balance from the side that you lean towards to the side that you're not so comfortable with, and you incorporate that in every single sales presentation that you do, then the side that you don't really use will start to become natural. It will start to become a part of your personality. It will integrate with the side that you lean towards transparently. It will suddenly feel uncomfortable not to use the side that you're not using at the moment. I hope you're really enjoying these videos. And if you are enjoying these videos, please hit the subscribe button and never miss another sales tip. So, just to recap and just to re-clarify, there are two types of sale or presentation, emotional and logic. You will lean towards one or the other as a part of your personality. Remember, emotional side is relationships and also product knowledge. On the logical side it is sales skills, and it is also logic itself. Try and create the balance. Bring in the side that you are not using, and I guarantee you will make more sales and, more importantly, more solid sales. That's the topic for today. As mentioned, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe if you are enjoying these videos. Until the next time.